Limerence. What a deliciously sinister word, isn't it? It sounds like something out of an old Gothic novel, like a shadowy, uninvited guest lingering just beyond the candlelight at some haunted dinner party. And yet, my dear friend, today we will uncover why limerence, the ghost in your attic, isn't merely haunting your love life. No, it's ruining it, stealing it from you bit by bit. And worse still, why it terrifies avoidants more than just about anything else. You see, this little chat we're about to have, uncovering limerence, why it terrifies avoidance and ruins your life, well, it's not just about understanding limerence. No, it's about pulling back the velvet curtain on an obsession most of us don't even realize we've invited to move in, rearrange the furniture and burn the whole house down. Now, indulge me for a moment. Picture a man in his late 40s. Call him Edward. Edward has always been rational, as he likes to call it. He's read the classics. He drinks his tea exactly how he prefers it and never gets swept away by emotion. Then, one day, while picking up his dry cleaning, he meets her. Ah, yes, her. Suddenly, Edward, who has never been prone to dramatics, finds himself awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying every syllable of her laugh. He wonders what she's doing, whether she's thought of him, whether perhaps she's destined to be his last great love. You see what's happened here? Edward has been ensnared by limerence, and limerence, my friend, is no ordinary crush. Oh, no. Crushes are sweet little passing storms. Limerence? Limerence is a hurricane that sets up permanent residence. It's obsession. It's fixation. It's turning someone into a glowing idol of perfection and parking them squarely at the center of your universe. And here's the cruel twist. They rarely even know they've been given the role. Dorothy Tenov, the woman who coined the term in 1979, explained limerence as a relentless, involuntary state of longing. You aren't simply interested in someone. You are possessed by the idea of them. Every glance, every word, every crumb of attention they throw your way becomes a treasure you hoard in your mind like a miser counting his gold. And this, of course, is where the story gets truly wicked. Because limerence is fueled, paradoxically, not by certainty, but by uncertainty. The less sure you are of their feelings, the more consumed you become. The more distant they act, the tighter you cling, internally, if not outwardly. And for avoidance? Well, avoidants find this absolutely repulsive. You see, avoidants operate on one very simple rule. Safety is distance. Independence is peace. Closeness feels like suffocation. So imagine what happens when someone, gripped by limerence, wanders into their life. Someone who needs constant reassurance, who studies their every text for hidden meanings, who lights up like a Christmas tree every time they get a crumb of attention. Ah, yes, that's when the avoidant bolts. I once knew a man named Henry, an avoidant through and through. Henry told me over dinner once, the minute someone starts orbiting me like I'm the sun, I start making plans to disappear. And that is the heart of it, isn't it? Limerence places the avoidant on a pedestal they never asked to stand upon. It demands the very thing they fear the most, emotional responsibility. It whispers to them, "You are my salvation." And they whisper back, "God help me." But perhaps the cruelest part of all is what limerence does to you. Oh yes, you, the poor soul trapped in the throes of it. You begin to hollow out. Slowly, quietly. Every hobby you once adored fades. Friends grow distant because you've spent 6 straight months talking about this person as if they're the second coming of Mozart. Your work suffers. Your sleep suffers. Your sense of self suffers. And here's where I must share an uncomfortable truth. Limerence isn't really about them. No, No, limerence is about you. More specifically, it's about the void you're hoping they'll fill. It's anxiety wearing a charming mask. It's loneliness, dressed up in a tuxedo. It is, at its core, a magnificent, desperate attempt to outsource your sense of worth. Now I know this all sounds rather hopeless, but let me offer you a thread of light in this darkened room. The only way out of limerence is through, and by through, I mean through yourself. It is not cured by getting the avoidant to come closer. It is not healed by the object of your obsession finally giving you the fairy tale ending you crave. No, no. It dissolves when you reclaim the parts of yourself you abandoned when they first caught your eye. Do you remember the things you loved before them? Do you recall the nights you went to bed content, with no one on your mind but your own dreams? Do you recall, my friend, what it felt like to wake up with purpose that wasn't tied to whether or not they responded to your last text? Start there. Pour your energy not into them but into you, into your friends, your family, your work, your body, your soul, into creating a life so rich, so vibrant, so intoxicating that anyone who leaves it feels like a fool. And as for avoidance, well, I dare say they'll stop running the moment they see you're no longer chasing. When you stand still, whole and indifferent to their distance, they may just become curious. But by then, you won't need them, because you'll have remembered that the only person worth obsessing over is yourself. And that, my dear listener, is how you slay the monster of limerence. Not with their validation, not with their attention, but with your return to you. But that's enough for tonight. Go on then. Begin the beautiful work of falling back in love with the only person who's truly been there all along. You.
If you believe this video might help someone dear to you, share it with them. A small gesture on your part could mean the world to a friend in need.